We don't get a Super Bowl MVP on the program very often, but we get one today thanks to the new Old Spice Foamer. It's a foaming body wash that lathers in a flash. Von Miller is partnering with Old Spice for the Foam Zone Obstacle Course game show on Old Spice's YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live channel Tuesday, 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern. What in the heck is the Foam Zone Obstacle Course game show, Vaughn?
It's a football theme obstacle course that is covered in the Old Spice foamer, and fans, they can tune in and actually influence the obstacle course. So it's pretty cool. And like you said, they can see it on all the Old Spice media channels from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Are you actually going to be a contestant in this obstacle course?
No, I'm not going to be a contestant, but they do have a Von Miller statue that guys will be climbing up, and it'll be covered in foam too. So it's pretty cool. You can catch that up. You can catch that on all the Old Spice social media channels, like I said before, from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern.
You know, one thing I've been meaning to ask you about, do you still do the chicken farming?
Oh, yes, sir, 100%. That's me all the way. How
big is it now?
We got about like 35 acres. 35 acres. Yeah, it's on the way. It's growing.
Do you ever chase the chickens like Rocky and Rocky 2?
No, I don't chase them. They are pretty quick, though. The thing is, though, whenever you are chasing chickens, though, you don't really chase them. Just, like, take your time, like, walk up on them, be calm, and that usually works for me.
So you sneak up on the chicken and then you make your move?
Not really just sneak up on them. Just be patient and just be calm. And usually if you're calm, the chickens are calm, and it makes it easy to pick them up.
What was your key to getting Russell Wilson on the ground as many times as you did? Because that's got to be even harder than chasing a chicken, trying to tackle that guy.
Yeah, it's about the same technique. Just be calm. Just don't rush it. Just let him run to you. Just keep the same rush lanes, and you'll be all right.
How much did you study the way that he likes to spin away from the pocket, get outside of the pocket? I mean, how much of that is a factor when you're facing a Russell Wilson, the lanes that you take, whether you go inside, whether you go outside, the things you do to try to get to a guy like that?
You really don't put too much into it, because whenever you play him, it's going to be totally different. It's going to be totally different than what you watch on film. You just want to get to him, and you just want to work with the guys that you have around. The guys that you have around you to just get him on the ground. He's a great quarterback, and if you leave him any lane, he's going to take it.
What do you send Donald Penn for what you did to him on Sunday when you threw him down on the ground? Does he get some Old Spice products? Does he get some chicken? Does he get fruit basket, thank you note, or condolences? What does he get?
I mean, D-Penn is a great guy. I feel like, he's my teammate. I've been knowing him so long, and we've never even been on the same team. So D-Penn knows it was just game day. I gotta get mine too.
I mean, it looked like he got crossed up a little bit, and it was easier to just knock him down on the ground.
I don't know. I was just rushing, just trying to get from point A to point B as fast as possible. I really don't like to put too much emphasis on offensive linemen or moves or anything like that. To keep it simple, I just try to get from point A to point B as fast as possible.
But when do you know in a given play what you're going to do, whether you're going to try to go inside, outside, spin, bull rush, whatever? When do you come to that conclusion as to how you're going to get to the quarterback?
Probably 2 steps into the rush. I really don't have any premeditated moves. I just try to get a great jump on the ball, and probably off the second step, I know if I'm a speed to power, long arm, bull, spin. Probably I know it off of where the offensive lineman is, so it just try to get a great jump on every play.
What quarterback do you like chasing the most?
I mean, you don't really like chasing none of them. You want to get them on the ground. If you're chasing them, that's not good for us on defense. You just want to get to them, and whenever you get to them, you just want them to fall. That was the quarterbacks that pass rush is like going after. The quarterbacks, right when you touch them, that they fall. Not the Russell Wilsons or the Derek Carrs or the Carson Wentz. You want the quarterbacks that's just gonna fall right there when you get to them.
Where does the next guy you face fit into that category? Joe Flacco, tall guy, not real mobile. Is he a guy who goes down when you hit him?
Kind of, sort of. I mean, kind of, sort of. Joe Flacco, he's one of the elite quarterbacks in the league, and he's not gonna give up sacks. That's a given, and he's pretty good with the ball. And they have a great offensive line over there, so it's gonna be another tough task for us this week.
What do we make of this new protection of quarterbacks? And, it's almost like you can't hit them high, you can't hit them low, and if you hit them in the middle, you better be careful because if you land on them, you're going to get flagged for that too. How are you supposed to get a quarterback on the ground when you have to be so careful about the strike zone and also how hard you strike them?
I just go for the ball. I just go for the ball. That's my whole mindset. I feel like sack force fumble is the biggest play in football, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get the ball back for my offense each and every time. So if I'm open and I got a clean shot on the quarterback, I'm going for the ball. And let me tell you, I got some of the worst roughing the passer calls out. So I totally understand, how Clay is feeling today. But from my point of view, I just go for the ball every time.
Vaughn, it's funny. We're talking so much about roughing the passer after 2 weeks of the NFL season. A month ago, everyone thought we'd be talking about this new lowering the helmet rule. That's essentially gone away. Why do you think that hasn't been a bigger factor through the first 2 weekends?
I think it's we just done a great job as pros to adjusting to the new rule. It's always going to be rule changes. The game is always going to change. And all the great ones, they always have this ability to adapt to the game. And I think as a whole, defenses have started to adapt to it.
Who do you think is the best pass rusher right now in the NFL?
Besides myself?
Yes. Obviously besides you. We got to say, Von Miller, number one. Who's number two? Right.
I can't vote for myself. So,
all right.
It's a lot of guys. It just depends on what team or that day. Sacks come in bunches. One guy can have, 3 sacks this day and I have another sack for the next 3 weeks. So it just depends. I think some of the greats that have done it consistently over the last couple of years, of course, Khalil, Chandler Jones, Aaron Donald. Can't forget, J.J. Watt and the guys over in Houston with Clowney and all of those guys. So it just depends. It just depends on the week. To lead in the league, you just got to stay hot every week. You got to stay hot every week. And I've never led the National Football League in sacks. And, hopefully this will be the year.
When you see what happened with Khalil Mack and the Raiders, what lessons do you take away from that may apply to yourself, either in the past or in the future? Guys like Khalil and JJ and, Aaron Donald, you would think that guys like that are untradeable. You would like to, keep guys like that in your organization for as long as possible. But, obviously it doesn't, work like that. You just got to be able to take advantage of the opportunity when it presents itself. And, for Khalil, he went to a great team. He was able to one player change that whole organization, and that's what you wish for. Just keep playing and let your play speak for you. Were you happy to see Khalil Mack leave the AFC West?
Yeah, I was. I was. Good play by the Raiders. That definitely helps the Broncos out. But at the end of the day, I like the battles that we had. Going against him, he get a sack, I get a sack. That was dope. It's always like that in the AFC West. From the Raiders to the Chargers and the Chiefs. Chiefs, they have 2 great pass rushers over there as well with Justin Houston and Dee Ford. And everybody knows about the Chargers with Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram. So it's still an AFC West, but it's just missing one guy. So that's just how the league is.
Hey, Vaughn, you said earlier you don't focus on offensive linemen, but is there one guy out there that's kind of like the Joker to your Batman where you just don't want to see this guy? You dread having to try to get past him?
Really any offensive lineman can be that for me. If you add a chipper in, if you add a tight end chip, if you add in a slide and you add in a running back, chipping it's tough. It's tough when you have, all that attention. And lucky for me and my team, we have a lot of great pass rushers, Shaq, Shane, and Bradley Chubb that'll help out this year. So, you just got to, if it's a Joker on the other side and I'm Batman, you got to rely on Robin to come help you. So it's a team sport. It's a team sport, and we got a lot of pass rushers over here.
How's Bradley Chubb doing so far?
Bradley's doing great, man. It's definitely relieving when you get young guys in like Bradley Chubb and Cortland Sutton and Phillip Lindsay. Guys like that, they can just come in and really change the organization. And a matter of weeks. And we got a great supporting cast with those young guys, and we've been great through 2 weeks, and we just got to keep pushing.
How much different is it this year with Case Keenum at quarterback?
Oh, it's different. Paxton and Trevor, they did a great job for the organization. They did a great job for us. But, Case is just a special player. He's just special all the way around. And when you have a guy like that, it definitely changes everything on the offense. And when you got an offense like that, it makes the defense that more effective.
Hey, one more before I let you run. I know you take the games one at a time. You don't play the Chiefs this weekend, but they're coming, and you see what Patrick Mahomes is doing in that offense. How tempting is it to start thinking about what you're going to try to do to counter what he's done so far?
I mean, Patrick Mahomes has just been hot. 10 touchdowns through 2 weeks is just incredible. The Chiefs, they had a great team last year. They got great players other than Patrick Mahomes, from Travis Kelce to you can't forget all the guys they have. They have one of the best offensive lines in football as well. Tyreek Hill is playing lights out. Kareem Hunt. They just stacked all across the board. You just gotta hope that they kind of cool down a little bit whenever we play them, and whenever we play them, we just gotta go out there and play.
Well, hey, Von, you're off to a great start, 2-0. We thank you, as always, for including us in these visits, and we will check out the Foam Zone Obstacle Course Game Show, Old Spice's YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live channels, Tuesday, 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern, and we look forward to talking to you soon. Thanks, Von.
All righty. Thanks again. Appreciate you guys.